Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is 1 p.m. here in Chicago, Illinois. That means it's time for another live stream. I've got my afternoon coffee already, freshly brewed. I can't wait to dive into this, and I can't wait to dive into today. This is going to be janky because I kind of slapped this all together within the last couple of minutes. So, we'll see how it works. I've created a bracket. We talked about this yesterday. Ugly shoe bracket, right? I apologize if your favorite shoe is on this list. Some of my favorite shoes are on these lists. It's okay. I'm not saying I'll probably say a lot of things about the performance of some of these shoes too, but we're here primarily to talk about what's the ugliest shoes, past or present. I mean, I didn't go too far back in the past because, again, I have like a short amount of time to think about it. That means that there's plenty of room for a second iteration of this, but we'll try it now. You can go on to Twitter. I'm at Word of Co on Twitter. You can find it there. There's a post. I also put a direct link to it. I think I tried to direct link to it in the description. If you don't see it in the description, hit refresh. You could see it in there. The voting has already started, so you could see some of the voting. And then what we'll also do is we'll go to this bracket. Now, let me see if I can pull that up. Yeah, so like I told you, it's going to be a little bit janky today. But let's see if we can do it. All right, there it is. So the bracket is there. We'll start filling out this bracket as we go. And we'll try and get it done. So that's what we're going to go and do today. But before we do that, I want to give everyone time to go and find it and vote. I like the way it turned out. I did tinker with the rankings a little bit so that I could have some more interesting round one matchups. So I did have a lot of help from Sean, who emailed me a list of shoes that he thought would be interesting too. So that was like my seed. I started with that. That helped me figure out a lot of stuff. And then I kind of went from there, and we'll see how it goes. But first, let's say hi to everyone listening on the podcast version. I'll try to read out as much as I can. I don't have pictures of the shoes, so like you guys might want to like kind of have two browsers open so you can Google image search some of the shoes if you're not familiar with them. And you're going to need to look at Twitter. So everyone's going to be busy today. But those of you guys that are listening in on your run or on your commute, just sit back and enjoy it. Hopefully it's enjoyable for you guys as well. And then for those of you who are watching this after the fact, sorry that you won't be able to participate in the voting, but I'd love to hear some of your thoughts on the upsets and some of the rankings that you think maybe are not quite right. I'd love to hear about all of that too. This is going to be one of those few times where I'm like, I always invite people that if you disagree with me to let me know about it. I always mean it, but I don't always look forward to it. For this one, I'm definitely going to be looking forward to people disagreeing with me on some of my picks. So there we go. All right. I'll let you guys go vote. And we'll go over some of the people in the chat here today. We've got Albert says, hope the Speed 2 wins a tourney. Surely get my vote. I think, did I put speed in there or did I put shift? I put the shift in there. So, I mean, I kind of mean they're all like the checker pattern. We talked about it yesterday in the live stream. They're all just so terrible. What was I watching today? Was I watching Running Warehouse? Someone put a video about the Endorphin Shift 2. I don't think I'm going to be picking that one up this year. If you love the Endorphin Shift 2 because of all the armor and stuff that's got on it, I mean, I think you're going to be excited. I'm not. And the thing just looks... The checkerboard pattern, I don't know. I think the best comment that came out of it yesterday was, I forget who it was, said, just it should come with a black Sharpie so you could fill in the rest of the white spots. I think that's where it goes. Well, that's my favorite. I gave it a buy in the first because I was going to try to do 16 for this tournament today, but I was like, no. The Endorphin Shift at least needs to get a buy. Make sure it gets out of the first round. All right. Will Gravel, is this for the ugliest shoe or the least ugly shoe? Yeah, I mean, either way, I guess. Vote the way you like. I think it's ugliest shoe. Just which one's the most hideous. Frank is going after the 10-9 FGW. Nice. I mean, I just posted all the first round pairings in a poll on Twitter, and there's been some pretty fiery responses already. So Will Gravel also says the 10-9 definitely up there. Abralung says, I forgot about the 10-9. Alfie also loves the 10-9. I mean, I don't know a single... I'm still convinced, because I've never met anyone that's running it. I've never seen it in real life. I'm still convinced that it was an April Fool's Day joke gone horribly wrong. And they were like, well, people actually want this. Let's make a couple. I still think that until someone from Hoka with a Hoka.com email address is like, no, we really think that's a good one. I mean, and maybe it is. Because I think Robbie, I believe in the run ran in it, right? but I don't know. He said it made sense, but I'm still not quite sure. All right. Ozempon Backstro says there should be 7 or maybe 9 Sauconys on that list. Ugly is their USP. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to get too like specific ones because like there's one the Dia de los Muertes Endorphin Speed, or was it Endorphin Shift? That one is also particularly like problematic for me. I'm like, what is going on with that? But I did see someone running in some Endorphin. I couldn't tell if I think they were Endorphin Pros or Endorphin Shift Speeds today in the Sunset pack. Man, those shoes look good. So they can make a good shoe. I mean, and I like the Endorphins from last year. The Endorphin Pro, beautiful shoe. But sometimes when they're on, I mean, when they're hitting that ugly shoe stick, they know how to hit it, I guess. All right. Let's see who else we got in here. Frank says the bracket is tough. 5 fingers got a bad seating. Oh man. Eric Vansky says, yo, what's going on? Endorphin Shift 2 getting that first round bye. Yeah, for sure. Terry Furlong says, think the Hoka 10.9 is a joke product, but you just see people would buy anything. I'm not sure it's quite like that. I don't think Hoka's that like dismissive of their fan base, but it came like a couple of weeks before April Fool's, the year it came out, and that's why I was like, perfect timing for an April Fool's Day joke. I don't know. And at first, for the first couple of weeks, you only saw pictures of it. There were no videos of it at all, and nothing that like you never got to see it like in 3 dimensions. So it always just looked like something that was photoshopped. And then I was like, oh, there's a video of someone running in it. Okay. And then here's some fun ones. Bernard Alcala says, dude, you're missing one of the ugliest shoes ever. Clifton 1. I ran in the re-release, the blue and yellow one. Yeah, that was a chunky one. That was chunky. And Han Bozy says Brooks Aurora. I'm not as familiar with that one. All right. Leona says, yo, co-fan. Martha's hi from San Diego. She's able to go to a running shoe store, aka candy store. Nice. I'm glad she's having fun. All right. Callie Roy says, hey, everyone. Hope you're all well. Can I get a bell for getting the vaccine today and achieving my sub 145 half marathon goal on Saturday? Awesome work. I don't know why that's so quiet. Let's see if I can crank that up. Let's do that one more time. There we go. Good job, Callie. Awesome. Callie Roy. Good job. Hope you're feeling good after getting that first shot. All right. So let's Brian Anali says, any Mizuno Wave iteration? Some of them are not as good as others. Yeah, interesting. All right. Terrence Who says, whoever wins, we all lose. Oh, that's funny. All right. Let's get to some of these bracket options here. So let's share the screen. Nope, that's not the right way to do it. How do I want to do it? There we go. All right. Let's start with number 2. I had the Bondi leather. I think the reason why, my understanding, sorry, I'm gonna move this a little bit. I think the reason why they make the Bondi leather is for people that have to wear like a leather shoe if they're in a service job, like if they're a server or something like that. I also, because they make like a triple black, like a black on black, like midsole, upper, and outsole. And then other people so like people that are on their feet all the time. And I think the leather is for people that need to be able to have a shoe that's a wipeable, like I think in healthcare professions. But the shoe, I mean, the Bondi is not the most beautiful shoe, and you're not getting the Bondi because it's pretty. But the leather one, I think, is particularly troublesome. Yeah. And then and against it, number 15. Let's see if I can zoom in on this a little bit. Here we go. Number 15 is the Razor 3 Red. That's the one that I had. It was like red. It was like McDonald's colors. Like if McDonald's had a racing team, they would run in those. I like the shoe a lot, but the color was just really tough to live with. I don't know if you guys remember that. All right. Let's see. Let's head over to Twitter and see what the votes are on this one. So far, it looks like only 12 votes on this, guys. Let's get some more votes going on here on Twitter. But we're going to start going through them. All right, 13 votes now. I just refreshed it. And it looks like the Bondi leather is taking it with 76%, and the Razor is getting 23%. So here's what I could do on this. I gotta see. So the Razor had 26 and the Bondi had like 73. All right, let's submit that score. And we got the Bondi leather moving to the next round. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. All right, let's see. Let's go to the number 3 matchup. Ooh, number 3 matchup. All right. Well, let's see before I do that. Let's see. Sue Ann says the Razor 3 ugly. Charles Ventura says, where are the Crocs? Yeah. Dan Runs also mentioned the Crocs earlier. I was like, oh man, if I did have more time to think about it, I think would have been fun would have been to have a pairing, like an 8 versus a 9 of like a Crocs and then the Crocs sport mode versus each other. And Caleb Fowler says, should have had the new Brooks Aurora BL. You know, I don't think that's an ugly shoe. It reminds me of a lot of other shoes. It's to me, it's like a mix of the Nike Free R, like that shoe, and then the Solomon Predict R8, which I think is in this bracket. I don't remember if it stayed there. All right. Albert Long says, woohoo, I voted for the Bondi leather. All right. Let's move it up to the number 3 versus the number 14 bracket pairing. We got the Nike Joyride. Do you guys remember that shoe? It's the stuff that has like the Dippin' Dots in the outsole. It was supposed to be like the Nike running shoe for people who aren't runners or who don't call themselves runners. An intro or an entree into the running world. I'm not sure how successful it was at that. I don't think that there's a Joyride 2 as far as I know. And I don't know, like it was just a really weird looking shoe. And it wasn't that ugly, I don't think. It's just the technology and the whole approach was just very strange. And I'm going to put it up against another Nike shoe, Zoom X Invincible, which as much I ran in the Invincible today. I enjoy running in the Invincible, but like that upper is just so terrible. It doesn't feel great. There's worse uppers out there. It's a pretty good upper for a Nike shoe, but it looks like who designed the same person who designed the Myler designed it, I think. But yeah, so like, what do you guys think? Get the votes in. Matthew Stuber says, I dislike most black colorways because they remind me of service industry shoes, but I can't ever do black with black foam. Yeah, you know, I used to love the triple blacks, but now I like a black with it. If they can make the midsole gray, for me, that's where it's at. I like that. Saucony, as much as we're giving them a hard time, they killed it with the blackout color packs that they had last year. That was really good. And I was really hoping that they would repeat that this year. So far, I don't think we're seeing it. Yeah, Tony Vu says, good job Adidas not making in the top 15 ugly shoes. I was thinking about an Adidas shoe to include in here. But, you know, I mean, you guys tell me, is there an Adidas shoe that deserves to be in this list? Like, I was thinking maybe the new Solar Blast, but it's not my favorite design. It's heavy. There's things I don't like about it, but I don't think it's I haven't run in it, but I don't think the Solar Blast is generally a bad shoe. It's just a bit heavy. So I don't know. I think Adidas did all right. They came out unscathed. All right. Mark says the Joyride is uglier. And yeah. And Stephen Gerzer says most ugly running shoes are sold in Europe. Alex Fittiti says, though, for the ugly Adidas shoes, it would be a Terex. I don't know. I thought about putting some Terex shoes on here. I just don't have a lot of experience in them. And so I guess it doesn't matter if I have experience or not. If it's an ugly shoe, it's an ugly shoe. But maybe I think maybe I gave him too much of a pass, but we'll see. Maybe for the next round of this. All right, let's head over to Twitter, see what the final score is. So for the Joyride versus the Invincible, it was pretty close. 37 votes on this one. There's more votes now. 62% for the Joyride and 37% for the Invincible. All right, let's get that. What are the numbers again? 62 and 37. All right. Joyride wins as the uglier shoe. Nice. This is fun. This is so funny. I don't know. I hope you guys are liking this. I'm getting lots of giggles out of it for me. Yeah, T. Davis says, I agree those black and yellow and black /ale and white Terex Adidas are pretty ugly. See, that's why I disagree with you. I like those. I like those. The ones that look like they're kind of like, it was like a construction pattern / zebra print. I don't know. I don't know if we're talking about the same one, but I kind of like that one. I don't know. Reed Morris says he agrees about the solar boost. Really? Yeah. I mean, I just think there's a lot to it. Like every solar boost. I mean, I know they're only on version 3, but it seems like each iteration, it's just like, let's take all the stuff we had in the last one and now glue more things on top. It's kind of what I'm thinking, but I don't know. Anala says, no, the solar boost is one of the ugliest. I was horrified when I saw Ed Bud's review. Or maybe I'll have to revisit that one. I haven't looked at it too close, but I thought that'd be in there. T. Davis says, just add every Under Armour shoe ever released. I was taking a look at some of the Under Armour running shoes because I was like, that Machina, that's definitely got to be in this top 15. And I was like, some of it's not a beautiful looking shoe, but I didn't find it like oh, what are they doing? I didn't think that about that. So I mean, maybe there's like a red, white, and blue one where like the outsole is just like it's very patriotic, but the outsole is just it's a little bit of a disaster. But on the upper, it's just like white on white, so it's like clean, I guess, a little. So I don't know. All right, let's get to the next bracket. What's number 4? Let's go to number 4. That would be okay. Here we go. Here's where it's starting to get interesting. Number 4, we got Hoka 10.9 versus the Vibram. Guys, I learned how to say Vibram correctly. I was watching the Doctors of Running podcast on YouTube. They interviewed the founder of Topo, and he says he used to work for Vibram, and he knows the founder of it. His name is Vitaly something, so it's Vibram. I said Vigram. I guess I spelled it wrong. Here, I don't know if I could fix it. I spelled it wrong, but Vibram, you guys know what I mean. 5 fingers, so it's Vitaly Bram, kind of like Adi Dassler. It should be Adidas, even though no one in the U.S. pronounces it correctly. No one in the U.S. pronounces Vibram correctly. Everyone says Vibram. I think it's Vibram, and it is Vibram, I think. So anyway, Vibram versus the 10.9. Mark Jankoko says 5 fingers. It looks like a foot. That's weird, for sure. Kurt Steege says 10.9 is by far the most hideous shoe ever. And Terrence Hu says, yeah, Tony Post is Topo. That's right. Sunan says the Hoka's 10.9 has a tumor on its back. Funny. All right. Let's see. Let's go to Twitter. See what it says. Let me refresh this real quick. Find okay. Where'd it go? No, here we go. All right. 37 votes also for the Vibram versus the 10.9. It looks like the 10.9 takes the upset here, 56-43. So let's put that in there. 56-43. There we go. Hoka 10.9 with the first upset on the day. So out of 37 votes, there we go. Nice work, Hoka. Always coming through with a championship effort. Nice. Oh my goodness, this is fun. Carla says, Hoka 10.9s are Bondis that melted in the sun and got a pass. Oh man, funny. All right. Chris Dyke says the bracket is busted. the Vibram not making it past the first round. Frank says that was not an upset. Awesome. All right. Well, let's go to the 5th seed, the Brooks Caldera 5. That thing is gigantic. Have you guys seen it? I'll give you. You guys got to go look at it. But these are kind of like the max cushion shoe. I don't even know if the Caldera is a road shoe or a trail shoe, but it's giant. It's it's a bit of a mess, I think. I've never run in it. I don't think I've ever seen a video on it, so I can't comment if it's a good shoe or not, but just it's a big chunky shoe. And I thought it needs another big chunky shoe to go against, so I put it up against the Skechers Go Run Max Road 4. I do think that in its defense, the Max Road 4 does have double pull tabs. So there's that. I'm going for it. But I just think it's a weird looking shoe. It's like it came at the height of booty construction shoes. So it came at the pinnacle of that kind of like phase in running, which frankly, I didn't mind that phase in running shoes. I like the booty constructions, but yeah. So let's see. Brooks Caldera 5 versus the Go Run Max Road 4. Let's see. Refresh on Twitter. Let's see what's going on with it. And where is it? It looks like, oh, another upset. We've got the Caldera 5 coming with 35% of the vote, and the Go Run Max Road 4 with 64%. So 35 and 64. Let's put those numbers in. We got 2 upsets. Oh, in round 2, we're going to have a 12 seed and a 13 seed going at it. So that'll be interesting. All right, let's see what's the next one. The 6. Oh, we got some trail shoes in here now. For that, we've got the Wild Horse 7, which all right. Joao Pinheiro says, "Can you show the whole status?" All right, let's zoom out a little bit here so we could see the whole thing. All right, here's what we got so far for today, and I'll take my face off of here so you can see it nice and clean. So there's the whole thing. That's what we got going. The next one, we got 2 trail shoes. Number 6, the Asics Trubaco. I'm not sure on that one. And the Wild Horse 7. The Wild Horse 7, the reason why I don't like that one, I just feel like all that armor that's on like the side of the shoe, it makes it look a lot like a Metcon. And it just seems like really weird. I'm not really sure what's going on with that shoe. That side plates on it are getting bigger and bigger. And I mean, maybe I'm not a big trail runner. Maybe that's what it is. So I'm not sure what's really going on with that shoe. So that's where I put that one in, because I just don't get it. I'm not getting it yet. I'm not seeing it yet. So let's see what you guys think. The Trubaco, it has that problem where like the upper is just really weird looking. It's got a giant tongue. Giant padded tongue that Asics sometimes likes to put on some of their shoes. And I don't like that either. So for a bunch of reasons, that's why it got on there. And it looks like, a lot of you guys agreed with me on that one. 31% of the vote going to the Wild Horse and 68 going to the Trubaco. All right, 31 and 68. Awesome. All right, we got some interesting matchups in round 2 coming to a head. All right, let's see what's next. 7 versus 10. All right, we've got the Asics Meta Ride. Do you guys remember that shoe? Oh, the Meta Ride. That was it was black and red. At this giant red midsole to it, and it had like holes, like channels in the shoe. One that went longitudinally and one that went laterally. There was like a plus sign in a like little like kind of like if like an earthworm had like bored its way through an apple kind of thing. It was big. It cost $250. It wasn't meant for racing. It was the first like $200 plus shoe that I could think of that wasn't a racing shoe. So, yeah. And then there was that. And then the Asics, not the Asics, the New Balance 1080 version 10. 1080 version 10, one of my favorite shoes. Love that shoe, by the way. But it, that's just some weird, very strange designs. That Ultra Heel, the first version, the first iteration of the Ultra Heel was just so giant. And then the zebra print on the sides. So, I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one. So like, I think it could go either way. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Alex C says about the last pairing, the Trubaco looks like a shoe I would have liked when I was 8. And Frank says, I'm kind of surprised the Nova Blast didn't make the postseason. Yeah. I mean, there's the parts of the Nova Blast that I think are really polarizing, especially like version 1. That 4-foot, just the way that the speed holes were in the mesh. Yeah, but maybe it would have made an interesting number 16, but yeah. All right. Let's see what we got. Mark says the Meta Ride is uglier. I'm not sure. Uh-oh. It looks like I'm losing internet. What's going on here? I lost my camera, I think, but I think you can still hear me, guys. My camera's fine. I don't know why. There we go. There's my camera back. All right. Albert says, I voted for the Meta Ride because I have the 1080 version 10. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. And JC says, no ultras. I like them, but they're not the prettiest. Floppy clown shoes at best, sometimes with odd color combos. I will agree with you on sometimes on the odd color combos, but I think the superior, I think that's a beautiful looking shoe. The foot shaped toe box, it's a strange look, right? But I don't know. Are they ugly? I'm not sure. I kind of like ultras, but I don't know. Maybe if we do this again. All right, let's get to Twitter and see what the results are for the MetaRide versus the 1080. All right, this one was a lot clearer. 44 votes, 75%, 3/4 of you voted for the MetaRide, and a quarter of you, I'm guessing the quarter of you that voted for the 1080 maybe don't have the 1080, and everyone else has the 1080, and so you voted for the MetaRide. Maybe. Let's see. All right, let's get that added in there. So 75 and 25. All right. That's all the first rounds. That's all the first rounds. Interesting. Okay. So well, give me a second. Let me start typing in some of these round twos. So we'll get those polls going too. All right. So it's going to take me a minute. You guys are going to have to hit refresh. All right. Round two. Matchup one. Sorry, it's going to see. This is what I'm talking about, how it's going to be a bit janky. So we've got number 2 Bondi and then 7 A6 MetaRide. Ooh. 7 A6 MetaRide and 2 Bondi Leather. All right, we'll open up that one. And then let's do the next matchup, which is the Joyride and the Chewbacca. Ooh. A lot of ASICs in round 2. All right. Round 2 matchup 2. What was that again? Joyride and the Chewbacca. Okay. All right. And then we got number 3, which is the, this is the round of upsets. Ooh. But this means a Cinderella story is definitely getting through to the final 4. Look at that. All right. We've got in the last one, let's do round 2. Matchup 3. 12, the Go Run. Let's see. Max Road 4, and then 13. Oh, 10-9. All right. All right, I'll give you guys some time to vote on those. Let me zoom out on this a little bit. Here we go. All right, those are your round 2s. Oh, you know what? We didn't do the Alphafly. Oh, we got to do that one first. All right. Oh, we forgot that one. Totally forgot. Let's zoom in on that one. See, here's one. See, I like the Alphafly, but I do think it's a weird shoe. The Luis Becerra says Alphafly Tempo Next. Let's see who won. The outsole looks like the top of a dog's mouth, like the inside. Like if you look at like their palate, I feel like it looks like that. It's weird. It's a strange looking shoe. It's an alien shoe, especially that black and green, like that first one that came out. And the Tempo Next percent, like the red, white, and blue one, I just think that one looks ridiculous. It looks like a clown shoe to me. It's weird. I'm not a fan of the design of the Tempo Next percent. The Alphafly is, sometimes I think it looks amazing. Sometimes I think it looks ridiculous. So I feel like people could go either way on that one. All right. Let's see how people went on it, though. All right. Let me refresh some more. Where is it? All right. 57 votes. This was dead close. Dead close. 49% for the Alphafly, 49.1% on the Alphafly, and 50.9% on the Tempo Next. That's close. Wow, that's the closest one. It's like basically dead even. One more person voting would have done it. So then we got to do round 2 matchup. I don't know what number we're on. Is it 4? So it'd be 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So then we got to do one more. Round 2, matchup 4. We've got Endorphin shift 2. Yeah, and then the tempo next. Ooh, I like that one. That's a fun one. All right. There we go. There we go. Mark says they're both ugly. Terry Furlong said this nearly made me sign up to Twitter. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a Twitter account, I apologize. I was trying to think, like, there's got to be another way that I could make it so that way. I know there are ways where you could do like live online polls, but like I just don't have time to get it like all sorted. So that's my fault. That's my fault. And Mark says the Alphafly and the Tempo Next look kind of the same. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely design language that's similar in the forefoot. But I guess it's all in the heel for that one, depending on which one you like. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Rami says that almost signed up for Twitter. I was thinking about putting it on Instagram, but I know some of you guys don't have Instagram either. And I thought this would be a way that other people can later also see the results too. So, yeah, so that's why I thought I'd try it this way. So, you know, next time we'll get things a little bit more ironed out. JJ says, have you ever passed on a shoe you were interested in because it's just that ugly? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because I've reviewed most of these shoes. Not the 10.9 and not a Vibram. I don't think I've run into the Caldera or the Max Road. So I guess maybe not. So that's at least 4. And then the Tempo Next 5. So at least maybe like a third of these I haven't seen before, but I don't know. Yeah. So we'll see. But I mean, I'm sure maybe it affects like which ones I do or don't think I would want to review, maybe. I mean, for example, like I'm interested in like the ASIC's new approach to trail running shoes, in the Trubico, but like it just looks not great. I don't know. I already reviewed like one kind of ugly trail shoe this year, the Fresh Foam More Trail. I don't think that's a pretty shoe. There's a new one that's like yellow that just released. That one looks good. The red one that I had, it just had too much of that strawberry look. Whenever a shoe looks like a strawberry to me, I have that. I think I have that thing where people are repulsed when something looks like a strawberry, like when you do like a zoom in on a strawberry and it looks like little pores. That always gets me. It's like a weird, like what kind of, is it a morel mushroom? Like, yeah, it looks like that. Yeah. Recycle on Wednesdays here. He says, are we talking about ugly shoes? Oh, my mouse just died. There it is. Yeah, we're talking about ugly shoes today. All right. Kurt says there's a few that are looking like runaways in here. We'll see how it goes. All right. Rebecca Barrel says there's hot pink and neon yellow Asics gel kind. Are there really? Oh, I don't think I've seen those before. We'll have to see about that. All right. Let's see do we have enough votes on round 2s. Let's see, we're getting some, but we're only getting like 10, 15 votes on here. So maybe we'll wait. No, some of them are getting voted. All right. So we'll start some of the round 2s. We got some votes already. So we'll take a look at those. Hopefully people are getting their votes in because we're moving. We're moving on this. So, all right, where's round 2? Round 2 matchup. Matchup 2, matchup 3. Round 2, matchup 1. All right. First one. Round 2, matchup 1. The ASICS Meta Ride versus the Bondi Leather. It looks like we've got, let's refresh it one more time in case everyone's still voting. Then I got to find it again. All right. 22 votes. 77% with the Bondi Leather and 22% on the ASICS Meta Ride. Looks like I don't know what's going on with my camera today, guys. Boy, having a struggle fest today. Let's switch over to the webcam. See how that does. Maybe that'll work. All right, we're gonna have to live with that for today. I think that's all right because most of the time we're not gonna be looking at me anyway. All right, so what I say here, 70. 2 more votes came in. 75% on the Bondi and 25% on the meta ride. So let's get those numbers put in. Ooh. With authority. Bondi Leather making it to the final 4. Awesome. All right, next one. Let's do. All right, we got the Joyride versus the Trubaco. I still don't know how to say it. I'm not sure it matters that much. But let's see which one we got. Oh, Will Willing says, is the high schooler on here today that was racing for a place on the varsity squad? How'd it go? Josh Greenberg, are you here? Where's Josh? I got to know. I wonder if that shin splint was phantom pain. Phantom pain is maybe not the right word because I think that means something else. But yeah, how did Josh do? All right. Yeah, Tony Massi says Hoka should win this thing hands down. Too many strong contenders. And Joao Pinheiro says Hoka's gonna have half the final 4. Awesome. All right. All right, we got Joyride and Trubico. Let's see where we're at on that one. 25 votes. And it looks like the A6 is going to take it on this one in a 40-60 split. So let's go 40 here and 60. Trubico making it into the final 4. Going to go up against the Bondi. Oh, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a 2 versus 6 there. It seems like, yeah, it seems like that Bondi Leather is going to, I have a feeling on that one. All right. Now we're getting to some interesting ones. Let's do the Endorphin Shift next. Let's go to that. No, you know what? Yeah, let's see if we have enough votes on that one. See how we're doing on the votes. Where'd it go? Round 2. All right. Oh, we got 27 votes on this one. Let me refresh it real quick. Get another couple of votes in. Endorphin Shift. Oh, we got to leave it because it's right now it's going to overtime. It's 50-50. 14 votes each for the Endorphin Shift 2 and the Tempo Next Percent. I can't believe it. Nail biter. I got to tell you, the people that are putting on this show, I'm very happy that it's going to be good for ratings. So we'll have to circle back. Well, if you haven't voted yet, go in and get your vote in because it's 50-50. This could be the upset of the day. This would definitely be a bracket buster if the Endorphin Shift doesn't make it to the final 4. All right, let's go to the number 12. Kevin Scott, surprised the Meta Ride didn't get into the shoot. It lost in the first round. I did put it in there. And Kurt C says, I can't believe that the Nike Dippin' Nut shoe lost. Yeah. All right, let's go to Max Road 4 versus the 10-9. All right, I think that's match 2, round-up 3. Oh, this one is a runaway. All right, we've got 30 votes on this. And you know what? These results may change later because I left all of these polls open for like an hour. So we'll get to see some additional. But the instant like reaction from you guys here in the live stream is basically what we're going with here. And so it's 80% 10-9, 20% Go Run Max Road 4. I think there's a hyper in that title as well, but we'll leave it at that for now. 20 to 80. I think that's the biggest spread. So look at that. Yeah, we've got 2 Hokas in the final 4. All right, let's see if there's been any change in that last contest here. Let's see. What do we got? All right, now we have 33 votes. The Endorphin Shift winning, making it out of the round. 51.5 to 48.5. I think a couple more people voted, but not everyone voted the same way. So 51 to 48, Endorphin Shift. Squeaking by. Wow, I didn't think that was going to be that close. Amazing. All right, so the final 4 is the Endorphin Shift 2. Specifically, we're talking about, and someone was like, is the Endorphin Shift ugly? I mean, I just think that checkerboard version that they're using as a launch is that one bothers me. And then we got the Endorphin Shift 2 against the Hoka 10-9. And then another Hoka, the Bondi Leather against the A6 Troubadour. I didn't think that this one would get that far. Ooh. Interesting. All right. Good job, everybody. Give me a second. Chris says, can we stipulate Comos review the winner of this battle? If I haven't, I'll pick one up. I don't know if I'll put 100 miles in it, but I'll pick one up. Yeah. If I haven't already. All right. Frank says the tempo got robbed. Bad officiating. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. Let's see. We'll see if it's going to be an all Hoka final. All right. Let me get the last polls up for you guys to do some voting. Let's zoom out a little bit so I can see it. All right. We've got the Endorphin Shift 2. All right. Let's get to the final 4. 4 matchup 1. We've got 1 Endorphin Shift 2 versus, what is it going up against? The Hoka 10.9. All right. And then we've got final 4. Yep. 2. And that is the Troupico and the Bondi Leather. Oh, man. And then solid 2 seed. So is that, do I have that right? A 2 and a 6? Yeah. All right. All right. Those polls are up. They are available on Twitter now. So go check them out. We'll chat for a little bit while that's still going, so you guys can see how the voting is going. And you guys can check on the voting as well if you were looking at it on Twitter. I wish there was a better way that I could show kind of, I wish it would do like the 2 sides, you know, coming in at each other. So that way I could at least show on the screen a little bit easier who's still left in this final 4. There we go. Yeah, there it is. There it is. All right. Steven76 says, yo, what's going on? I saw my mom in here earlier today too. Hi mom, how are you? Chris Dyke says Frank has money on this bracket. I could tell. Yeah. All right, let's see. So in this final 4, I have not reviewed any of these shoes. So yeah, so it looks like no matter who's going to be the winner, I'm going to be buying a new pair of shoes. Chris Dyke says, I finally registered to vote when it counts. Leather all the way. Nice. Frank says, I kind of wish there was this thing as downhill road racing or downhill mile record or something where the 10.9 made sense. I mean, isn't it? It's not a trail shoe. I thought it, because all the pictures I saw of it were people running with it on trails. And I thought it was for like downhill racing. I don't know. Luis Becerra says, so far there's 12 votes for the Hoka 10.9 out of 12 votes. Oh, man. Yeah, see, if the Bondi Leather is versus the 10.9, oh, man. I mean, I guess I'd rather run in the 10.9 than the Bondi Leather. Maybe that'll be my new skate shoe too. Because I think there's a lot of leather on the. I mean, they give me plenty of midsole to grind down through if I'm using it as a skate shoe. Not that I really need a skate shoe. I'm just going out there with my kids. But all right. Jao Pinheiro says, I'm feeling conflicted. I think the Asics Troupico are uglier, but I might vote Hoka just to make it an all Hoka final. Oh, that's so funny. Mark says, I feel like trail shoes shouldn't have been included. It's a different category. You know, the thing is, I don't know enough trail shoes to make a trail shoe only bracket. I feel like maybe we could do a collab. We'll have to do a collab with someone. We'll see if someone else wants to do this too on a live stream. And we'll do a trail only. Yeah, that's what we got to do. Terran Tui says, today Hoka only will be pronounced Hoke Wan Wan. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Yeah. And Louis says, Hoka's going to win no matter what. Is this a good thing or bad? I mean, I don't know if they'll win or not. I mean, we've got the 10.9 versus the Shift. That I think like we frequently see when you're thinking about March Madness or even playoffs, like in the NFL, you know, it's not always the championship game that you're most excited about. It's that division championship that's the most exciting. And I think for me, the most exciting is this Endorphin Shift 2 versus the Hoka 10.9. That for me, and it's amazing that it's a 1 in 13 seed, but that's probably has to do with me and the way I tinkered around with the seeding. So the seedings don't really matter. But yeah, interesting. Will Willing says, what exactly is an embargo when it comes to running shoes? Is it all about the release date? No, I mean it's not just running shoes, but lots of stuff that you'll see like on YouTube has embargoes. And so what brands will want to do is they want to make sure people get the product ahead of time so that they can have a review video for people to go search and look at to coincide with, say, a press release of an announcement. But the brand might want to control and have like build momentum around the press release or the announcement. And so they don't want like a video to come out like 2 weeks, 3 weeks before they're ready to formally announce something. So in some instances, I might get a shoe and say like, if I get a shoe today, they may be like, here's the shoe. Hope you really enjoy it. The embargo date's going to be May 25th at 10 a.m. Eastern. So that means that like before 10 a.m. Eastern, I'm not really supposed to show pictures, talk about it, make videos about it, or anything like that. So yeah, that's what the embargoes are. Albert Lung said, did anyone see DK Metcalf run that 100 meters Olympics trial? What a beast. It was fast. 10:36. I think that was faster than everyone thought he was going to. People were putting him at like 10:6. And I think it's amazing that he ran a 10.36. And I do think it's weird that people were like so offended that he was hopping into this race. He had the chops to be there for sure. It's not like I demanded to get put into a race. You know what I mean? Now that would have been like offensive, I think. Although I would like to run like a steeplechase at some point, even if it means I get lapped like 4 times. Still. All right. All right. Yeah, Albert says it's a crazy time for a huge guy. He's like 6'4", 235. Yeah, also. Can you imagine if that guy were chasing you down? I would just do a quarterback slide if he were coming after me at full speed. New Metro says jumped in time for the embargo question. Does that mean we've already discussed that bubbly New Brooks? I didn't get one of those, so like I don't have anything to say about it. Except for I think it looks interesting. It looks like to me we did mention it a little bit earlier. It looks to me like a mix between the Solomon Predict RA, which I thought was an okay shoe, and then and the Nike like Free RN. Remember those? All right, let me switch my camera. Okay, it looks like my other camera's back up. So now we're back on like the regular cam. All right. Yeah, Corey Run says, what's going on, Corey? He says, maybe I'm late, but what happened to the Vibram Five Fingers? It didn't make it out of the first round. Can you believe it? But it did lose to the Hoka 10-9, which is it's gonna be a strong contender, I think, going into the final. So like it lost to a worthy opponent, but it didn't make it out of the first round. Yeah. I mean, I guess in that pairing, I wanted like the 2 weirdest shoes I can think of. And so that's how I set that one up. All right. All right. Let's see. I think that's enough time to get some votes in for the final 4 matchup. Let's go to, let's see, where it go. All right. Oh boy. Wow. This one's not even close. Neither of them are close. So I guess it's okay to call them. All right, let's do the number 2 and number 6 pairing first. The Trubico versus the Bondi Leather. 38 votes. With 73% of those votes, the Bondi comes out on top. So 73 to 26. Whew. 73 to 26. Look at that. All right, got the Bondi Leather heading into the final. And then let's go to the next one. I don't think that like there's not going to be a surge of votes coming in here at the end. And I guess it's not surprising. And I guess I don't disagree with it that much. I guess the Endorphin shift did make it pretty far into this, but it looks like the 10-9 is taking it with, this is the biggest margin, biggest landslide so far on the day. 86.5. Oh, just one more vote for the shift came in, I think. 85 to 15. So we're going to call it there. So, wow. I think a lot of you guys are excited about the shift too, maybe. That's why. But I think a lot of you guys wanted an all Hoka final. So it looks like we've got the all Hoka final in here. Let's zoom in on that a little bit. Where is it? Here we go. Zoom in too far. Yeah. Whoo-wee. All right. Championship match. Let me put that on Twitter, give you guys a second to vote on it. We've got a number 13 seed, 9 versus the 2, the Bondi Leather. Voting is now open, so you can go check that one out. See how that one's gonna do. It's a big upset. I think it's an upset. I mean, but then again, like that 10-9 is so strange, so incredibly strange. I don't know, but Hoka will 1-1 today. Hoka for the win, Carlos says. Yeah, and Mike says the regular Bond I wouldn't have won. I don't think so either, but that leather for sure. Yeah. I wanted to. There's a lot of other interesting. I mean, I love Hoka shoes, but like there's so many other interesting ones. Like there's like a Hupana slip-on. It's got like no heel cup to it, so you could just slide your foot into it. I think there's like a lot. There's like Hoka is definitely ready to experiment. I think that's awesome. So like there's something to be said for that. But yeah. And Kurt Steve says, by the way, on the votes, the Alphafly and the Tempo Next are tied again. Interesting. Either way, I don't think that either the Alphafly or the Tempo Next would have taken out. Well, wait, what was on there? I thought it was the Endorphin Shift. Yeah, I don't think that either one of those would have taken out the Endorphin Shift. But again, it was still that Endorphin Shift only barely won. So maybe it would have made a difference with more time. Rick Sutter says, anything with leather deserves to win. Yeah. I mean, I think as far as like, running shoes, you just don't see it that much anymore. But it is like, I guess if it does come down to the Bondi leather, I'm going to have to run in it many times because I'm going to have to wait for the leather to break in. I mean, that's been my big thing. But like, like the leather, it's like, it's not like running shoes are made out of leather anymore. I don't need 5 or 6 runs to break in a shoe. But I don't know. Suan says the leather is such a dad shoe. Yeah. I mean, I guess the question will be, do I get the all black? Do I get the all black and make it? Because I feel like the all black looks like, I think the leather comes in a couple other colors, right? Yeah. It looks like a Herman Munster shoe. Like it just looks like Frankenstein shoe. And yeah. Chris Dyke says it's a moon boot. And Kevin Scott says, oh dear, today I'm discovering there's a suede Bondi. There is a suede Clifton as well. Many suede Cliftons. And I think that like there's an Olympic Clifton as well, which I can't say that I love. I mean, I love the direction that the new Cliftons are going. I thought the Clifton 6 looked great. Clifton 7 looked really nice. I thought the Clifton 6 maybe looked a little bit better. There was a Clifton 6 with the black upper, black Hoka logo, and then white stitching and white midsole. That I think is probably the best looking Clifton. Then the 7 was black with white Hoka logo, not as good. And then the 8, I have the 8, but I have like a red, white, and blue version, which I'm not a huge fan of that. I think the black and white one will look pretty good. Recycle on Wednesday says, I hate both of these shoes so much. One for containing leather and the other for being a trim and fall hazard. Albert alone voted for the leather. Do you know if I wonder if it's vegan leather? Like, is that what they call it? Vegan leather? Or if it's leather? I don't know. Yeah, Ronald Dre says Hoka embraces being weird, and you gotta love him for that. Stephen Gershwer said, what about the Lone Peak Alpine? I'm not familiar with that design, so I'm not sure. James Blackburn says, let's see a run in the Hoka on any black Aura recovery slides. Yeah, I don't, those slides look weird. I like UFOs. I like the slides. The UFOs thongs look so strange on foot, but the slides are real nice. I've not tried the recovery slides, but they look like an alien insect to me of some sort. I just can't. They just look so strange. I don't know. Kurt Steege is loving digging back through some of the late voting. But yeah, I think that's fun. Should I have left those polls open longer? I only left them open all for like an hour each. So we'll see. All right. We're getting, I mean, I only opened this poll for like 4 minutes and it looks like some votes are coming in. It's changing. I mean, you guys can see it, but I won't mention it. I want to influence the result. Yeah, Ozone Von Backstro says, I don't think the leather and suede, etc. options are meant for running. And then he likes the 10-9 hands out. I'm not sure that they're meant for running either, but I think it's interesting that they put them on like the running kind of like platform. You know what I mean? So like Yeah, I do think that the leather is meant for the healthcare industry. I'm thinking like nurses, CNAs, porters, like people that are on their feet, restaurant workers. Because there is is it a Clifton? It actually looks pretty interesting. There's a Clifton SR, slip resistant. The outsole, it's like 100% grippy rubber on the outsole. I kind of like the look of that one. Maybe I'll get one. I don't know. Either way, this will be. Chris thanks. Excited for this review either way. Mark says he's totally going to review the 10.9. I mean, the thing is, I'm gonna have to try and I don't. Are they even available on the website? I'm gonna have to find it somehow. Maybe I'll have to like try and reach out to Hoka to see if like they have any floating around, or maybe I'll have to borrow one from someone. See if I can borrow it. All right, let's see how we're doing here. We've got 33 votes in here so far. Oh, it's getting closer, I think. Where'd it go now? Oh, okay. Yeah. No, wait, no. Championship match. Here we go. All right. Should we call it? It's only been 6 minutes, but it's been staying pretty close to the same. So we're nearly 156 on the live stream. So for the sake of time, I'm going to leave it here. And the winner is the Hoka 10.9, 64% to 35% for the Bondi leather. All right, here we go. 4 to 35. Your champion for today is, how come it doesn't show the champion over here? What's going on? But the champion for today is the Hoka 10.9. Oh man, it looks like I'm gonna have to review a Hoka 10.9. I'm gonna have to find it. I don't know that. I don't know that they're like available anymore, and they're not gonna be on. It's not like they're gonna be on StockX. Right. So like, I don't know where else to get like rare or hard to find shoes. So we'll have to figure it out, but I will make a diligent effort. I will find a pair of 10.9s at some point, and I'll have to find an appropriate place to run in them. Maybe over the summer when we're in Iowa, we'll get onto some trails out there. There's a little bit of, at least some hills out there where I could do that. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. Well, thanks everybody so much for playing and indulging me in this. I know it was a little bit janky because it wasn't super smooth, and you have to vote one place and the look here, and I don't have pictures of the shoes. Someone mentioned that on Twitter as well. Just because I slapped this all together at the last minute, but I think this is a good proof of concept. This is a fun thing I think we can do. Maybe not do 16 so much, but I think we could do this on a somewhat more regular basis, making the categories a little bit more narrow, right? And not always lampooning a shoe. We can make it like people's choice for, best double pull tab, something like that. I think we could totally do something like that. Maybe we can get some guests in here as well to help me go over some of these choices. I'm thinking about ways we can make this even more fun, but you guys made it super fun for this time, and I really enjoy it. All right. I think I'm going to leave it for today. Tomorrow's video is going to be talking about one of the contestants from today, the Invincible, against the Nova Blast 2. So I think that's going to be a pretty interesting comparison. I ran in them yesterday and today. So that video will be tomorrow. And then we'll do another live stream tomorrow, same time as today, just a general live stream, 1 p.m. Central Time. Hopefully I'll see you there. In the meantime, take care, everybody. Be safe.